You know, before I even get started with this commentary, I've said this on social media and I say it on this platform as well. There's nothing wrong with people being concerned about the poor dog that's going to be spoken about in this commentary. The dog was distressed. The woman in this image was choking her own dog because she was ticked off that a black man said something, had the audacity to correct her. Now, I know there are people who may have, the story I'm about talking about may have heard about, but you know what, better, let me do this. Let me do it like this. Let me start from the beginning in case you haven't heard the story. The other day, this gentleman by the name of Christian Cooper and his sister Melanie Cooper, if I remember correctly, was out in Central Park bird watching. And this woman by the name of Amy Cooper, no relation, had her dog off his lead or leash. For we call it a lead, you know, when you have a service animal or a rescue animal, whatever. Anyways, the gentleman was bird watching, and the dog was running through, you know, the areas where the birds, scaring the birds, you know, and whatnot. And he was prepared because there are people who, when they go out to parks, a lot of times they take their dog off this lead. It's done here in the Chicago area and around the country. And there are laws preventing that because so many animals have gotten away, have gotten stolen, or have gotten poisoned, or even killed by some heartless people. And dogs have a tendency to go where they feel comfortable or where they can relieve themselves. Because a lot of people don't understand or watch their pets to understand that the animals got to go to the toilet too now. And when they outside, they're among nature. They're comfortable. They're more likely going to go where they're comfortable. And a lot of times, these people do not clean up behind the animals, and it cause a problem. So anyway, this gentleman was prepared for it, so he had treats prepared. And the woman yelled at him about the treats. He said, "Well, come get your animal, put your animal on his leash, because the dog is running around disrupting things." Now the poor dog, that's just instinct. They're cooped up. More than likely, she lives in an apartment building somewhere, and the poor dog can't get out the way they want to. But this woman took homage to this black man just asking her to put a leash on your dog. And you know where she went? She went to black man attacking me. Black man trying to do some harm to me. Now, the brother was smart enough to record it. He was there with his sister and whatnot. Now, this is the woman who did. Her name is Amy Cooper. She head of insurance investment solutions at Franklin Templeton, a well-known investment company, okay? And I'll get back to her image again. But this is the brother right here. Now, what they do is, and I hate when people do this, just sort of like you want to make you sympathetic by telling what the guy does. That has no bearing on it. Now, I know there's reason why people are talking about his background because he worked for Marvel Comics at one time, was an editor and writer on some of the various books. He also created a character, the first gay character in Star Trek canon. But I think he works at a pharmaceutical now. And they say he went to Harvard. So his brother was very, very bright, but that shouldn't have any bearing on what this woman tried to do to Christian Cooper. She went there. If I could find a link to the video and you guys see it, she went there. Now, I've done videos about this before where, white women, or white females, I should say, young and old, are quick to accuse a black male, young or old, of rape, or robbery, or sexualizing black men unnecessarily. Now, this is one of the reasons why I continue to bring up Bill Cosby, Chris Brown, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, and many other black men, well known or not, who have been accused of crimes they didn't commit. Now, the brother's out there bird watching, and all he asks is the woman nicely to just put a leash on her dog. And this woman was so angry, she started to abuse her dog. She started to choke the dog, and you could tell the poor dog was in distress. He was trying to get away. And let me tell you something, people. Animals can pick up on your distress. That's why a lot of animals lash out, because you give off hormones. You give off an odor that you may not detect what they do. And they don't know how to respond to. They don't know if you're trying to attack them or what. But the woman was pulling this poor dog. And after a while, she realized when she was on the phone, the dog whimpered out. And this person's video, let me put the lead on. Let me cover my ass. But it was too late. The brothers, sisters said, we're going to put this online so people can see it. And the reason why his sister wanted him to see it, because what happened to the brother that was shot jogging back in February. Now here it is. Camera phones are standard now. All these smartphones now, even if you still got an older model phone, cameras are standard. As I said in many other videos, every day, every week, every month, every year, for probably a good 15 or 16 years, white women have gone overboard in accusing black males of some type of crime. This is why I kept telling y'all the story that they was putting out there about Bill Cosby didn't ring true. No white female is afraid to pull that trigger on a black male, young or old. I don't talk about this a lot, but I had white women try to pull this crap on me. You go into a supermarket or a store and they think you're supposed to jump out of the way, and they start yelling real loud. You like, what, looking like they fools. Only reason why I don't respond in public is I know there's a camera above me. I know there's cameras watching. Ever since 9/11, everything is being recorded. So there's no need for me to get in an argument with them. Just like the brother here, he kept his calm. He said, no, I'm going to let her shoot up herself in her own foot. But white women feel, I'm telling y'all, and if you're a white woman and you offended by this, then chances are you're racist. You should be more offended that this white woman, she could easily sit there and say, hey, don't worry about my dog, mind your business. No, she went to whole, this black man's trying to attack me. And she got her voice perfect. Like, hey, he's trying to, and we've seen these videos before. This is nothing new. This is why when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler got on the Emmys and did that skill with Bill Cosby, everybody laughed and they thought it was funny because white women were saying it. And y'all saw how fast the media turned on Bill Cosby. He must have done this. He's a black man. Emmett Till's killer is still walking around. Yeah, people say, killer? How she's a killer? She participated. She got on stand and lied on that child. And that woman's still alive today. I don't hear y'all saying, hey, she need to be put in jail. She lied. I don't care how long it's been, she lied. Remember that white woman when back during when the Me Too movement was going, she said if an innocent man get accused, oh well. Look how Asia Argento was out there yelling about men, but she took advantage of a boy and the media went silent on it. Whether you vote for Joe Biden or not, or think he's innocent or guilty, that white woman accused my time and a suspect, but white women don't want to talk about it. Why is it that when black men are accused, everything, oh, he must have done it? And see, white women, they got slick now. They just ain't gonna let one white woman come out or two. They're gonna bring out a mob of them to give that extra support. Because if you go back, and I keep telling my brothers and sisters, go back and listen to that Cosby trial. There were people there, Nicole's Views and other YouTubers or other people were there. Michael Jackson, former lawyer, Bill Cosby, former lawyer, said every time they had proof and witnesses of Andrea Constein and her mother lying, the judge dismissed it. Before we can crawl, walk, and talk well, our fathers, grandfathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, mothers, aunts, sisters, whomever we interact with are warning black children, black males in particular, about being around white women. Towns have burnt down. Families have been wiped out just because of their work. We act like this is a rare thing. Oh my gosh, she did this. Every time these stories come out, first we like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This happens every day in this country. There are men who went to jail for 20, 30, 40 years of their lives taken away from them because of a lie. And they don't get off cold. This is why when I hear about them yelling, "Oh, I was taken advantage of you." Really? How many stories where a teenage white female run off with a teaching shit, and then it's national news. Everybody, oh my gosh, you got to worry about Beth. And then when Beth come back, she plays like, I was taken advantage of. No, you wanted older men to have sex with. You wanted to be loved by an older man. But now you want to play victim, and then they shoot them away in the media. Never ask no follow-up questions. They know what their power is at a young age. Y'all might remember me talking about a story about maybe 4 years now, of a father said his daughter kept going out, wouldn't listen. She kept sneaking out the house. She snuck out the house. A white couple killed her. And the father said, I did what I can do. He said, my daughter wouldn't listen. He said it cost her life. And the media, nobody wanted to talk about it because the father was like, hey, I did what I can do as a father. He basically said his daughter was out there living that fast life. And he ain't the only one. There's a lot of other white mothers and fathers who know they created a monster, or their daughters have learned just by society that they can say whatever they want without no repercussions. Now, I'm not saying all white women get down like this, but let's keep it real. A majority of them do. I've worked with them. I know how treacherous some of them can be. There's always sex with them. It's always power. If that, Lord forbid, they work with a black man that cares about him, they're going to do everything they power. Remember Amy Schumer and Leah Dunham got mad at that football player, Beckham, whatever his name is? They was mad because the brother didn't do the stereotypical black man thing, trying to hook up with him. Every time we see a Caucasian woman, we do not want to throw penis in their direction. A lot of times we don't be thinking about sex like that, or especially with them knowing that we're at risk. Because at any moment she can get pissed off and destroy your reputation and your career. Like I said, look what Gloria already did. Gloria and her daughter made a business of going after black men, college level or well known. No matter how many times I've done videos pointing this out, I'm like, at some point we had to get mad. There should be a platform about this. It should be a local, state, and federal where women like this Amy Cooper and many others, past or present, need to be charged, need to be put on blast. They need to have a list. You know how they put a person get accused of pedophilia? They need to do this to them. Oh, that's not fair. That's one incident. Wait a minute. There are people accused of pedophilia who may have been falsely accused, or who may have done that one act and they may not do it ever again. But that follows them to the day they die. They got to register. And these companies, you know how quick they tell the NFL, NBA stars to shut up and just play ball, or when a black celebrity gets in trouble, what's the first thing they say? Take his money, take his endorsements away. Well, guess what? She should be fired from her job, because if she went into this black man attacking me riff so easy, we have to question how many black folks she done screwed over in business. White women like this are dangerous, and chances are she was raised like that, or she saw it. She issued all the apologies in the world. She knew exactly the F she was doing. Now, the Abandoned Angels, the dog that she got as a rescue a few years back, they got the dog back from her, because in the video, the dog was in distress. Let me read what they said. Our mission remains the health and safety of our rescue dogs. The dog is now in our rescue care and he's safely in good health. We will not be responding to any further inquiries about the situation, either publicly or privately. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for the concerned public for reaching out to us about the video involving a dog that was adopted from our rescue a few years ago. As of this evening, the owner has voluntarily surrendered the dog in question to the rescue while this matter is being addressed. Yeah, because the dog was in distress. And I know that black people saying, man, everybody worry about that damn dog. There's no wrong being concerned about that dog. That's a living creature too. You should be upset that their only concern is of that dog. That's the difference. I'm a dog. I'm a black man. I have a dog. I grew up with dogs and cats, like the majority of black Americans have. But when I see people online talking about why they take the dog away, why should they give a dog? The dog was being abused. She was abusing the dog while she was trying to abuse the brother at the same time. She called 911 knowing damn well the law enforcement in this country have a history of shooting first and asking questions later. Now, forgive me for forgetting the brother's name that got killed in Ohio, the one that was shot. He was just shopping. His girlfriend just gave birth to a baby girl, and he was in a store shopping. And this white couple got pissed off that this dude was able to probably purchase something they couldn't purchase. So they called and lied and said this brother's waving a gun around. He did nothing of the sort. Cops came in, guns blazing, shot the brother in the head. To this day, that white man and his wife have not been charged. Or do y'all remember the story about the little girl that called her mama boyfriend out? They swapping down that it was a black guy robbed them and robbed the house, and it was a brother minding his own business, or I think he did some yard work or something for them, and the little white girl said, no, it wasn't him, it was him. Remember the John McCain worker that lied and said two Obama supporters held her down and carved the B in her face, but the idiot didn't realize she carved it while looking in the mirror. Or the white woman who she kidnapped her daughter and went to Florida, went to Disney, was at Disney World in Florida, and she claimed the two dark-skinned, bald-headed black men dressed in black driving the CalIs Escalator. You can't make this crap up. Kidnapped her and her daughter. Or the white female that was jealous of the black female roommate was doing all kinds of things when she was on her cycle, putting the toothbrush in places where the sun don't shine, in the toilet and everything. If I remember, True Royal Family did a series of follow-up videos. That girl was still having health issues the last time I checked. We see them on TV. Look how Kelly Ripa got on TV, act like a complete ass when Michael Strahan was getting promoted to Good Morning America. She made like she was the one that discovered him. Like she the one that paid him. When it was the Disney Corporation, they cut both their checks. We saw how Rose McGowan and Ashley Judd and them was quick to get on TV and be critical of black men, but then come to find out the white guys around them, they silent. This is nothing new for black males to go through. This has been going on for centuries, but at some point, brothers got to say enough is enough. Just because you see a attractive-looking white woman, or you work with a white woman, or stand next to a white woman, does not mean that we can't control our urges. And they know quickly. That's why I keep telling you about the Bill Cosby thing. Ain't no white woman afraid to go cut a black man's throat or a black boy's throat. All the guys say, he looked at me funny, he touched me, or he said something inappropriate. You're done. Because it's a stereotype that somehow black men, and unfortunately some of our people played into the stereotype that we can't keep our hands away from white women. So when a white woman decides she want to lie, well, you know how they are about our women. I worked with a woman that literally pulled her pants and underwear down because she thought that as a black man I must have this white woman. I will never forget that. And the moment I ignore her, nothing but trouble. Excuse me. This is one of the reasons why black men, myself included, will not date a white woman. We're not looking their direction like that. Because we know if they get pissed off at you, and this is not just saying white women, but white women leading this category. If she get pissed off at you, if you don't jump the way she say jump or react, she'll say, he hit me, he raped me, he took advantage of me, and you're fucked. Yes, there are sisters who unfortunately have started to adopt this mindset. Remember Brian Banks? Look at Chris Brown. Look how within a 4-year period you had 2 white women try to set him up. And I told you, I said, that boy didn't rape no white woman. When the whole thing with Rihanna happened, who was yelling the loudest? White women. Because they needed people like Chris Brown to be that villain. Here it is, Miranda Lambert, Blake Shelton was having issues, but she took time out to push her venom into Chris Brown's orbit. A lot of them are pissed that black men don't sweat them the way they think we should. A lot of them feel that they better than us. I'm going to check him by saying he attacked me. He looked at me funny. I never forget, before I went in the Army, and this is what, 2002. Yeah, 2002. My late mother, before she passed, she asked me to run an errand for her, go to the supermarket. I went, and I got the car. Now me, I speak to everybody. I used to speak to everybody. I would say, good morning, how you doing? That's just how I was raised. Proper etiquette, right? So I get out the car, walking towards the supermarket, said, good morning. She, I don't want to hear. I'm like, okay. I'm tired of people trying to flirt with me. I just said good morning. But she assumed, oh, black guy must be trying to holler at her. I was like, good morning. She looked in my direction, I looked the other way. She said, good morning. I wasn't here getting her panties. I thought nothing else of it. Do my contract, get retired out of the military, go home, going to the supermarket. This time it's in a new building. I get out. I see this woman looking at me, looking at the car I was in, and I guess it was a particular car that white women tend to gravitate towards. If you're of a certain age, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I go in. White woman just staring me down. I'm like, why the fuck this chick staring me down? So she said, do I know you from somewhere? I'm trying to figure out, maybe it was a former employee, maybe somebody I met while I was in the Army or what. But I'm like, nah, I probably remember you in the Army. I'm like, what are the odds of somebody from the Army being in the exact place I'm living at the moment? But so I'm assuming maybe it's a former employee or coworker. I just don't recall. And I'm like, I don't recall. She said, no, I remember you. Don't you remember me? And I'm looking, I'm like, she looks familiar, but I couldn't place it. I'm like, you look familiar, but I'm sorry, I can't place it. She said, you don't remember when you spoke to me and I was rude to you? And I'm like, spoke to me, rude to you? And it's vaguely, and she said, when the supermarkets cross the road, I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, okay. Now, the difference is in appearance. She was a lot smaller. You know them smaller, I wouldn't say real thin white chicks, but one, they don't have a crap load of meat on their body, but they blonde hair and they think they the shit. But this time, she put on some weight because she looked drastically different. She put on some pounds. So, I'm like, damn, she remembered me? But then again, you'd be surprised what you remember. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm saying to myself, this chick, now I realize who she was. I'm like, oh, I remember that chick. And saying myself, that chick was nasty to me. I better keep it moving. So I'm in the store, she following around the store. Now let me remind you, she saw me get out of my vehicle. So she must assume I got something somewhere. But then at the same time, when they reach a certain look or a certain age, all of a sudden black men become more appealing to them. Because it's a stereotype that we tend to mess with just any white female, especially if she start putting on pounds. So she just following me, talking, and I'm trying to do my shopping. I'm trying to get in and get out. So I get in line, she's in another line, talking. I'm like, damn. When she realizes I'm trying to, so I go out, I'm thinking I'm getting away from her. She's right behind me. Hey, stop a second. I'm like, yeah. She said, I was wondering if we can change numbers. Now, I should have gave her a bogus number. But if you live in the Chicago area, you can't give no bogus jingle number because we know the commercials too well. I could have easily strung a bunch of numbers together, but I wasn't thinking. I gave her my actual phone number. She gave me her number. You know what I did? When she pulled off and I pulled off, I balled that number up and threw it out the window. I'm like, fuck no. Even if she wasn't rude to me, even if she didn't come across as some stereotypical needy white chick, I wasn't gonna talk to her because, as I said before, one of the reasons why I went to the damn military is because of a racist white chick and white female co-workers. I would have to be a fool to put myself in that situation. It's bad enough you gotta deal with women within your community who don't have their shit together or haven't grown up. I'm gonna exacerbate that by stepping outside with a white woman? Come on, Now, I know I've made jokes over the years talking about this woman stared at me naked. I'm still a man. I ain't stupid. But considering what they've done and how, even when you got them on camera, no way. It's one thing to fantasize or think about it every now and then, but no way. I wouldn't dare do it. Too many instances of black men livelihoods or black boys' livelihoods being destroyed. Because they want to pull this, I'm a white woman, hear me roar shit. Now, as a white woman, you have every right in the world to be pissed off or be offended. But guess what? I'm offended too. Whether it be me or my brothers or my father or his father or my father brothers or my grandfather brothers, or before that, we've all had to walk on eggshells around white women because at any moment it can come out. You don't have to be doing anything. This ugly ass woman gonna sit there and she went to the most hateful, racist trope that she can go to. Black man attacking me. Think about the black boys and black men lives was taken away from them, shot, hung, mutilated, put in jail. Think about the young brothers who was at a job and a woman didn't accept the woman's advances, or she didn't like the fact she had to work with a black man and she lied. Every time I hear about a story of some white chick getting raped, especially when a black man's involved, I gotta question it. That doesn't mean that I don't believe these women could be raped or not, but sometimes you sit like, in this society, unless this brother's a hardened criminal, even some of the most hardened criminals don't, man, ain't raping a white woman, ain't touching a white woman. And they know it. Remember that movie, Birth of a Nation, the original one. The whole premise of it was black men taking over. Taking advantage of white women. Because we can't get, remember Uncle Ruckus that's in Blue Knox, they made fun of Uncle Ruckus. You know, that white woman, that sweet white woman. That nectar and all that stuff. Well, I haven't did Uncle Ruckus in a long time. Excuse my impression. That beautiful white woman. What does she want to do with that darky? Their heads are swole. How many videos have we seen where white women participated in calling out our name? White teenage girls, a senior class prank. T-shirts spelling out the word nigger. Look what's going on YouTube. Over YouTube, she makes sure they select videos. If you're talking about subjects like this, don't let it get any views. You can't monetize it, or you get it flagged, or whatever tricks they use, because they want to pretend like these are isolated incidents. These are not. Remember that white woman accused that little black boy of touching on her butt? How many more times do we as black males have to see this? This needs to be a federal law. This woman ran into the most racist of racist things, and she went there. Remember, Black Wall Street, it took only a white woman to say a black man did something, and they gave them carte blanche to say, you know what, we're going to kill them all. We don't care if they did it or not. Look how that white woman did that judge just a few weeks ago. He said, all you got to do is apologize. She refused to and became a victim. When black women get raped, they question it. Well, where were you? What were you wearing? Do you have a record? Were you inebriated? All those other stuff. White female, young, oh, it must be true. Why would she lie? We keep forgetting the history of this. This is not something that just started the last 5 or 6 years, and we can't put this on Donald Trump. No, they feel emboldened. They feel they got covered, but we can't put this on Donald Trump now. Hillary Clinton did this one when she was running against Obama, making like Barack Obama was making her life miserable. We sit back every day and these women tell us on TV, or they show us, they show they disdain for us. Kobe Bryant was a dead 2 hours and white women clowned on him. And then you had these handkerchief head black women that joined in on it. And they took the focus off these white women. Like, we got to come in and save our white sisters because those black men, some of those black women are getting on them. Michael Jackson, all the people that hounded Michael Jackson were white women. Maureen Orff, Diane Diamond, Nancy Grace, Lisa Bloom, Claudia Allred, and many others. When that Bill Cosby trial was going on, you had white women on TV making like, well, he had to have done it, but they've been silent about Joe Biden, whether you believe he did it or not. Rose McGowan, at least she's been consistent. She caught Alyssa Milano and said, wait a minute, how y'all going to go ahead and talk about the Me Too movement and get to Joe Biden all because he's running against Trump? Every time they yell about somebody harassing them, you have to wonder. Remember, Allison Mack was part of a cult. They don't even talk about that. Y'all have made them victims when they have not been victims. Go on YouTube or go on these social media sites. They spread more of this venom and hatred than anybody else. And as I said before, if you're a white woman and you're offended, yeah, you should be offended at other white women who engage in this behavior, not the people that point it out. We've given y'all the benefit of the doubt for damn near 500 years, and y'all still show y'all natural ass. And then when something happened, y'all wanted the crowd and tears for you. I got more sympathy for that damn dog than I have for this chick. She need to lose her job. And I'm going to tell y'all something. We got to stop coming to these little cutesy names. I know why people say call her Karen. I get it. Call her what it is. Call her by her name. Amy Cooper is a racist. And the company she worked for must be racist. Just like the logic you use with us. They're going to keep fucking with the wrong black person. And I'm going to tell you, ain't going to be too many of these brothers going to keep taking it because the moment you go there, brother say, oh, you want to call peace and accuse me of something. Bam! Now, y'all can take that how you want it, but I'm telling y'all, y'all going to come across one of those people that ain't going to just give a damn. Because there are a lot of people in our community who notice our history and we're like, man, it's getting... She got indignant. How dare this black man tell me to do something or suggest I do something? I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call the police on the line and say he touched me. Yes, I'm angry because too many of us have reputations have been destroyed or livelihoods have been put on hold or we've been dismissed. Every week. Y'all be like, oh, you just exaggerating. I'm telling you, I need to get out and watch the news, get on social media a little bit more. Brian, you're right. Like right now, this COVID going on, they in true form. This virus is going on and they in true form. You saw the white girl and her boyfriend did that TikTok video, whatever that video, and she made like, they messed my life up. And I keep telling y'all, I don't know why y'all think that, oh, because they not baby boomers. Let me tell you, Gen X and the millennials, but more so the millennials and Gen Z are way worse than their grandparents. Because they got access to social media. They learn, let me smile in your face, or let me lay on my back. I can't be racist, I had a black girlfriend. Or I can't be racist, I had a black boyfriend. Or I like black culture too much. Or I'm a liberal, I'm a Democrat, I'm conservative. All of the talking boys, they didn't got slick. Now I can tell you I was in the first 5 or 10 minutes while I'm dealing with one. And it seemed that some of our brothers and sisters have lost their ability. Excuse me. When black women actually get raped, they don't give them benefit of doubt. And then when black women and black men have a different opinion, who's always whispering our sisters' ears? That white female. Have y'all ever really watched CNN, MSNBC, and Fox? Have y'all really watched them and listened to how they talk to black guests, especially black men? I've gone in restaurants and stores, and I've shared these stories with y'all before, how they'll flirt. They don't understand. They talk about my space. They love touching you. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. And I'm like, what the fuck did I say was funny? Oh, you smell good. Oh wow. I like the way you wear your. They just think, oh, Maggie pull out our penis, and here we go. At some point, fellas, we gotta stop pointing this stuff out. And I know there are gonna be some people gonna say, I don't know why black men did in the first place. It's not that discussion. Don't try to conflate the two. I see on TV how they low key trying to put black men and white women in commercials, but they go get the most frumpiest looking white chick and they try to make it like, well, we see it on the record. Nah. They just started that because they've been watching on social media black men like myself say, wait a minute. They always got our women kissing and hugging, got kids with them. You don't think we gonna peep that? So now to justify, well, the black man lusting after a white woman, he must see them on TV, he must fantasize about them. Mm-mm. Because white women heads have been swole for entirely too long when it come down to how they interact with us. I'm gonna put him in check. I'm gonna make him so scared and get flustered around me. I see them, I'm like, I ain't scared of y'all, but I know how treacherous some of y'all can be. And those of you who are not, as I said before, you shouldn't get mad at me and others for pointing this out. Get mad at those who act out in this type of way. This woman knew exactly what she was doing when she confronted that brother. I mean, look at how she holding that poor dog. Y'all saw the video? That poor dog. And everybody's like, oh, what is she doing to that poor dog? Yes, they should be concerned about that poor dog. Poor dog was choking. Twisting around trying to get away. When she realized what was going on and what she was doing, she put the dog on a leash, but she still was pulling the dog. So I don't get mad at people for questioning about the safety of that poor animal. Now, if that's your only concern, then yeah, you're a racist. This morning, I woke up trying to see if they was going to talk about this. It's funny how everybody going to talk about this. They're not. They're going to try to keep, well, we got to talk about the coronavirus. No, let's talk about this. There's been too many cases where white females, young and old, have exhibited that hatred, that type of racism directed towards black people, but black men in particular. Now, more than likely, I'll be able to find a link to the video and put up and let you watch and let you decide. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me on this one. But I do think it's time that we make a vault. These false 911 calls, these false claims of rape and harassment. This is why I will go to my grave telling you how Bill Cosby was set up. White women got all of them down the same talking points. All of them. Then when they get down to white dudes, all of them silent. This is why I'm gonna keep saying, even if Biden lose or win, whatever happened, I'm like, y'all full of it. When y'all was going after white men, yes, wait a minute, let's fix our white men. Let's go after black men. Like every day from 2018 to this current point, well known or not, have y'all been going after them. Rachel Ray got on TV talking to Gil. I thought R. Kelly was going to do something to you. And some of these sisters are too silly to know when a white woman is want to join for you going after a black man. Watch out. I ain't seen a documentary on Epstein, Weinstein, any of these other cats. These dudes disrespect their women openly in public. They ain't gonna go out there and lie on them. Tell me where a white woman has done that to a white man like they've done. It doesn't exist. Every now and then you might hear a case where the wife or the girlfriend may accuse. But when a black man is accused, guilt is already assumed. This is why I keep telling y'all, I said, look, Bill Cosby ain't raping no white woman. Ain't no way in hell white woman who's been able to get away with the things she's gotten with and done the things she's done is going to all of a sudden get to Bill Cosby and get scared. And then the talking points was he had power. You had the so-called first black president had that kind of juice. Y'all believe a woman that was a known liar? And first of all, what woman in her right mind will go sit up under a blind-ass black man on after hours, after school hours? She was fishing for something. Well, she was a lesbian. Lesbians get sex with men every now and then. Lesbians can lie. Y'all keep treating these white women like they damsel in distress. A lot of the issues that plague our community comes from them. Who's been teaching us for the last 40, 50 years? White women. Who's been our counselors? White women. Who's claiming to have a solidarity or have the same issues that we have? White women. Who claims to be a minority with us? White women. Think about it for a second. And if you're not one of those white women, then I'm not talking about you. But you should be upset that there are a group of white women out here that constantly do these things. This woman didn't give a damn who she hurt. And she just didn't hurt this brother. She hurt every black male on this planet. Because we're connected through this. This is our shared history. Can you just imagine what them little black boys have been accused over the years of committing crimes they didn't commit? They being beat, they being mutilated, they crying out for their mama or daddy, and they can't do nothing. What about the teenage black boys that just wanted to go on a date or just discovering the opposite sex, and the girl lied and said he took her virginity? He's in jail for something he didn't do. He's getting beat, getting raped. What about the man that went to work was married or about to get married or wanted to start a family one day. He's accused of abuse or rape. He's in jail, trying to prove his innocence. Joy Behar even said she didn't think Bill Cosby would go to jail on hearsay. Here it is. It's a virus going on. All the guys that worked for Donald Trump who got caught red-handed, they free. You had a white woman come in to declare Cosby a sexual predator. One trial. And every one of these Negroes, male or female, that participated in slamming other black men, famous or not, y'all give this woman, Amy Cooper, the power to do it. Because there's no deterrent for them to do it. She did it too damn easy. They get caught. This is why I shouldn't say this out loud, but I gotta go there. When on the news and I hear about something happened to her, well, she went jogging. What time she go jogging? 4 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch dark. Shame on her. Well, how did he get into the apartment? She had a window open. Arrogant. They think nothing happened to them. And then they sit back when they want to get their way. Say he hit me. Say he raped me. They'll believe me. This is why anytime you come in contact with them and they start, you pull out that phone and you record them. And the moment they grab you, you have it right now to defend yourself. And my thing is she needs to be terminated from her job, considering the kind of job she has. The job she has, and then her apology. Let me go pull her apology up so you guys can read this BS. Better yet, I'll leave a link to the video to the video. You guys can watch the video and read her apology. See, she could have yelled and said, "I'm scared." Okay, even though we know it been a racial thing, I would give her the benefit of the doubt. But she went specifically to the oldest trope known to white women, making that the black man is attacking her. This is why y'all heard me say the first teacher is the mother. This is why you hear white women yelling more about hateful things and doing certain things. That's not to say that the white man don't do it, but usually that white woman, you can spot it a lot easier. And I say this again, if you're not this type of white woman, don't get mad at me or others for pointing this out. Get mad at them for acting this way. Y'all ain't no better than anybody else, but y'all seem to think that something about y'all is so above everybody else, above reproach. Nah, she got caught and she want to issue an apology. She need to be fired from her job. Because you have to ask yourself, if she went to that place that fast towards a black man, what other people who are black that she dealt with that she was screwed over? All the brother did was tell her to secure her animal, and she freaked out.